Bulletcast for life.
Get up! This is a revolution! This is our time to rise! Look deep within your mind, look deep into the hate in my eyes. We are the elite, and you are the weak. No matter how hard I fall, I'll get back up on my feet. Red alert, this is gonna hurt. When your face is in the dirt, you'll know your death is what I seek. We are the elite, and you
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know what it is. The Microphone Messiah, joined by the Canadian Destroyer, BT Brandon Tanguma. We are here to discuss all things in the world of professional wrestling. BT, what's going on, man?
Hello, everybody. We're back. We're here. Another episode of the Bulletcast. We're kind of in the middle part, that weird in-between point between, WrestleMania, where we're close, but we're not that close. So we still got a lot of stuff to. There's still a lot of news and a lot of stuff that's going on in the world of wrestling right now.
We're not across the finish line just yet, but we are getting there.
We saw the road sign. It's like WrestleMania, 10 miles away. It's close enough to where we can feel it, but we're not close yet.
Yes, WrestleMania is going down. Brandon, what day are you getting into Las Vegas?
Well, I will be going in Thursday, about mid-afternoon time. I believe we'll be touching down around 3:30, 4 o'clock. At least maybe leaving the airport around that time.
Will we see you at WrestleLit Thursday night?
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I have zero plans outside of going to WrestleMania on Sunday. We have loose things we're
You're not
thinking
going
about
on
doing.
Saturday.
No, I'm not going Saturday. That is way too expensive. I already spent $700.
There was a battle royal happening on Fremont Street. Sancho Demira may try to get in on Saturday night. So if you're free,
There you go. Everyone, take note.
yes.
Watch Sancho Demira down there at the Fremont Street.
Yes, I
Battle
also
Royal.
heard it's Melanin Mafia decision time at their next show, Last Call, next week. Will Sancho get kicked out of the Melanin Mafia?
I don't know. I've had some choice words for him. I'm kind of coming around back to him, especially since he, no-showed me and made me have to get a ticket for a show. But, he's a good guy. He has his moments every now and then. But
That's a power play, man.
Well, we'll see exactly what's going on with the boys over there.
We will see. Ted DiBiase Jr. has been acquitted, and a video has gone around online of him answering the phone saying April 19th. Yep, I'm free. Book it. They have the fun. They have the opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world. Everybody's thinking, oh, it's The Rock. I've heard Shane McMahon. Somebody said it's Arn Anderson. What if Ted DiBiase Jr. walks down that ramp, Travis Scott style, with Priceless playing in the background, gives Cody $1 million dream. Cody eats an RKO, and boom! In the year of our Lord 2026. Ted DiBiase Jr. holds up Randy Orton's arm as Randy Orton is declared the new WWE champion.
As funny as that would be,
That's not going to happen.
I don't think that'll happen. I don't know what the percentage of current WWE fans would know who Ted DiBiase Jr. is.
Have they not? I mean, they have to use the legacy footage in the hype video. Like we haven't gotten a hype video yet. I know we're still a little ways away. But man, can I tell you, Cody Rhodes is some of the best WrestleMania hype videos of all time. Those two, man, 39 and 40. Those two hype videos get me every time. I usually watch some matches to get ready for WrestleMania season. I throw those hype videos in there with them.
Shout out the WWE Vault. I know they put out a WrestleMania hype video collection. I don't know if it was last year or something, but they have all the classics in there.
Can we talk about the Creed My Desire, that Attitude Era video? Can we talk about that? It puts you right in the feels.
It's a great video. I feel like it goes viral every couple weeks or every month, and it's kind of a weird time because I think it's early 2002, so it's not exactly prime Attitude Era, but it still has all the footage from that time.
Can we get a Ruthless Aggression one, bro? The era that I was really popping off with? Can I get one of those?
I mean, the ones we get are those "Don't try this at home" videos, which are advertisements, which I would remember, because I'd get the VHSs, I'd rent them from Hollywood Video
Yes,
or
bro.
Blockbuster. So in every one, they'd always be, Rey Mysterio, I tore
I
my
had
knee four
surgery.
times, whatever.
Yeah. I had surgery 5 times in my left knee. Don't try this. I just remember John Cena's voice. Don't try this. And man, I was in my living room. I'm a 3-time living room tag team champion.
But I'm only a one-time champion because, no one beat me. I was like Bruno Sammartino back in the 60s.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't no one
But
beating me.
Bruno did get beat.
Well, I'm better than Bruno, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
You
Let
heard
it
it
be
here
known.
first. Oh, Brandon San Martino over here.
Yep. Brother, that ain't gonna work for me.
Yes, but no, Ted DiBiase Jr. has been acquitted. It's been a long 3-year process. So we can't wait to see what happens with that. Dun, 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 dun. Tony Storm will be out for 2026. What happened?
I don't know. It's a weird, mysterious situation. So, we go back to Revolution. She had the match with Marina Shafir. She wins. They do the confrontation with Ronda Rousey. So everyone's like, oh, okay. Looks like it's, advertising Ronda's thing on Netflix.
Hold
It,
on. Speaking of Ronda Rousey, did you hear her comments about AEW? It's kind of like a nice fuck you to TKO.
yeah, I was trying to put it all in one big bow here of like Ronda Rousey shows up. Apparently that wasn't like to promote or plan anything. It was just like a real one-off because Ronda is like friends with Tony Khan because they go back to like the PWG days, but there was no real promotion, there's no real plan in place. That was just Ronda. She was,
But
she lives in LA
she did that ROH match with that one
and
time.
they did it. Yeah, I mean it just like she said, it was just a FU to TKO and she had no play. There's no plans currently for Tony Storm and Ronda Rousey in any match. And then the plan was apparently for Tony to wrestle Shafir again on Wednesday, that or last Wednesday.
Bro,
But
when is Marina Shafir gonna just choke somebody out and be the AEW Women's World Champion?
I'm waiting for it. I mean, I told you guys last week she's very underrated.
Dude, give like who? Because is that the move? Marina Shafir chokes out Tekla or whoever has a dominant run as AEW Women's World Champion, and then you go all the way to All In next. Or, but you know what? I've been saying it. If Saudi does if the Mania Saudi does happen, Saudi Mania, if it really does happen next year, given everything we got going on in the world, if they do go through with it, Tony Khan, that is your opportunity to put on something massive. That way, Russell Khan can still happen around the same time and all that. And then at that big show, you know what I'd do? I'd have let's turn Mercedes Moné into a baby face, massive baby face. Have her, get a nice little redemption arc, and she goes all the way to whatever that big show is, and she beats Marina Shafir for the Women's World Championship.
I think at this current era, this current time with Tony Storm presumably gone for the rest of the year, which there's rumors anyway. People are insinuating what it could be because they've been adamant it is not an injury. So people are saying maybe something has happened and maybe she'll be out for maybe like 9 months or something, if you know what I mean. But there's been no confirmation. There's been nothing like that. So, I don't know. It's very weird and very mysterious of what's going on with Tony Storm right now.
But just basically fuck you to what I said.
Well, I was getting to that point of Tony Storm is gone for a while. That's a big top hole on the babyface women's side. And Mercedes has been gone for a while. I think we need to stop messing around. She's been dropping all these titles all over the place. I think it's time for let's not mess around. And can we make Mercedes Moné like the top babyface woman in AEW right now? Because she's been gone for quite a while. And I think if she comes back and she gets her character right as a face, she can be a top star in the company, not just in the women's division.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Sid Vicious is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. He'll be in the Legacy Wing. Sid Vicious passed away. Was it last year?
I believe so.
Yes. Surprised he wasn't in already, man. Yeah. I think Sid's last WWE appearance was in 2012 when all the legends were coming back to beat up Heath Slater, leading up to Raw 1000. Yeah. So is this kind of what they're gonna do for the deceased parties? They just throw them in the Legacy Wing. Is that just what we're gonna do now?
I guess. I mean, this was kind of a weird one personally because I feel like Sid probably should have been in already, and then you don't put him in until after he passes away. Like I know it's like a political thing, and who knows what the plans were or how many times they've tried before, and Sid didn't want to go in.
But I'm saying, is this what they're gonna do? Like the ones that have deceased, like, all right, we'll put them in the Hall of Fame, and like the ones that get to like accept. I mean, like nobody not have a family member accept on his behalf. Just the people who are still with us get to give the speeches. Because for a while, like they put somebody in. Oh, unfortunately, they're no longer with us here to accept on their behalf, and they would do that. So, do you think this is their way of getting around that?
I mean, has it been announced? Like, no, they're not doing anything like that.
No, I mean they're going in the legacy wing. The
Oh,
legacy
okay.
wing,
Because yeah,
yeah,
the Legacy Wing usually is just like, they run a video package. They put like 20 people in at one time.
exactly. I mean, and him and shout out Bad News Brown, the original Bad News, the Ghetto Blaster, the 75 judo champion. Come on now, come on now to OG. Yes, sir.
I don't think we touched on this last week, but also Dennis Rodman is going on the Hall of Fame as well.
Yes, Dennis Rodman, Freakzilla, the Rodzilla is going in the Hall of Fame. Yes, sir.
He's made more AEW appearances than WWE appearances.
Has he?
I believe so. I don't think he's ever been on WWE television. And he showed up like one time when AEW was in Chicago, which is a little strange because you'd think maybe like a time or two, especially, you know, he would have done something with WWE. But
Okay, man. I saw Dennis Rodman last year at WrestleCon and excited to hopefully see him again. And congrats on the Hall of Fame induction, man. Um, yeah, man. The video packages and the clips have been going crazy from his time in the NWO and on Nitro and all that stuff. And yeah, man.
I mean, a real game changer. I mean, obviously people will talk about Tyson and what he meant, but uh, Dennis Rodman being physically in the ring, yes, it's not, Bad Bunny like it is now, but
Brother, it
people
was the 90s.
people forget how big the Bulls were at that point to get Dennis Rodman and also Karl Malone
Karl Malone, yes, 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 yes.
in that ring, in whatever that was, 97, 98. Like that was big time business for them.
Who, like, what basketball star?
We'll just forget about Jay Leno.
Oh, God. I mean, I think Drew Carey had a better run in the ring than Jay Leno. What, what basketball star would it be the equivalent of today with Dennis Rodman getting in the ring?
I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, he's been on, and Jalen Brunson have been on WWE a few times, but even I would say they're not the level of star Dennis. I mean, it's kind of weird because obviously, like Michael Jordan was the big star, and then even like Scottie Pippen was the number two, and Dennis Rodman was like a number three. But those guys were so big,
They were like the Splash Brothers back in the 90s. Could you say that?
much bigger.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying to equate it to present day.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah, and well, he'd be more Draymond Green because
Okay.
Dennis Rodman was like the bad boy and the defensive guy. But I mean, in today's day and age, I mean, probably like LeBron James to be honest. Like I know LeBron is like the biggest name, the biggest star in I almost said AEW and the NW in the NBA, not the NWA,
Look,
NBA.
man.
I'm in wrestling zone right now.
Shout
Um,
out, shout out Dennis Rodman, one of the best power forwards of all time. Shout out, shout out to the guy. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
excited, man. I'm excited.
Does he get a speech? I would love to see what Dennis Rodman's speech is going to be.
I would. Can Eric Bischoff induct him and tell this story of you know what story I'm talking about?
There's a lot of Dennis Rodman stories.
It's an electric one. That's all you need to know. Yeah, yeah. We move on to some sad news. I'm talking about this, Brandon.
Yeah, Dennis Condrey, one of the original members of the Midnight Express, sadly passed away last week. Um, there's many incarnations of the Midnight Express, but probably him and Bobby Eaton probably the best one. Definitely probably like the most money drawing one. And, tag team wrestling has had its moments and is, revitalized. AEW's has some points and obviously early 2000s with the TLC matches, but the Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express is probably the biggest tag team feud of all time, just in terms of money drawing and like actually getting people into the building. And Dennis Condrey was a big part of that. And I mean, obviously it's sad, but it's also a great time to kind of like, watch those matches, watch and learn about the history of that
There's
feud.
also
Because I feel like people know kind of about it, but I don't think they really truly grasp how big of a deal like tag team wrestling being like maybe not main events, but like being a drawing card for these shows.
Well, I mean, we also have to talk about it. DJ Pringle, the son of Percy Pringle, obviously Paul Bear. Daniel Moody also passed away recently and within the past couple days. And I'm just looking at it, bro. Like him, his brother, his mother, and his father are all gone. That's a
Very sad.
very sad. They are all reunited yet again. But yeah, man, DJ Pringle, he was a wrestler and a DJ, man. I'm just kind of looking at his looking at his overall wiki, man. He was doing some stuff, man. Wrestling in Texas and whatnot, and he had music available on SoundCloud, so he was he had like kind of like two lives. He was a he was an electric house DJ, and then he also dabbied as a professional wrestler. So I mean, T's and P's to the family. Yeah, a lot of sadness going on. So yeah, T's and P's to Dennis Condry's family and DJ Pringle. But the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He told Punk, like, hey man, you're old, so you're not gonna be up watching this, but you're wondering why I'm here and you're not, because I'm a much bigger star than you are.
I mean, we just talked about Jay Leno. I mean, this is basically carbon copy of what Hulk Hogan and Bischoff and NWO did back on the Tonight Show. Um, Obviously, like late night television is not what it was back in the '90s, but it's always cool to kind of see,
The early 2000, early to mid 2000s.
well, even like 2010s. Like
Yes.
no,
Yeah,
no
that's when it really started to fall.
nobody really watches late night television anymore, like these talk shows. If anything pops off, it's all just click farming. It's all clip farming of just, hopefully something goes viral and they put it on the internet. And
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean the whole segment's on YouTube, bro. Like you don't even have to stay up to watch it.
yeah, it's not really an NBC thing. It's a YouTube thing now
Yeah.
or a Twitter thing.
Everything's becoming a Netflix. Netflix has gone up again, bro. I might have to.
Netflix, well, I know, I mean, we talked a little about it before because our boy Fatu and the Usos were there, but
Yeah.
they did the opening night for the Giants on Netflix, and it's just there's too many different channels to watch stuff on. Can we just, if only there was a way to have like everything we watch as a society in one conformed area.
Yeah, but then that thing became astronomically expensive.
But then let's see, if I want to watch, I mean, sports
Brandon,
just in general, you have to watch Amazon. You have to get Amazon Prime, Netflix, Peacock, because like there's like exclusive stuff on Peacock. You still need a cable subscription, whether that's YouTube, DirecTV, Comcast, whatever the hell. Even like Apple TV. Like I know, like I think soccer used to be on Apple TV. Or I think baseball is still on Apple TV. I don't know. There's just too many subscriptions going on all the time.
bro, if you don't just watch everything on YouTube, just watch the
Just watch
highlights.
everything on crack streams.
Oh, that too, man. Oh, let's talk about Friday night SmackDown. Randy Orton vows to defeat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. He will listen to the voices in his head. He has a confrontation with Matt Cardona backstage, calls him a mark and an indie darling and all these things, and then decimates him in front of the crowd. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I wasn't a big fan of the Randy Orton stuff this week. I just thought they try to go like maybe too meta, too like they're almost like too smart for their own good with like the Randy Orton promo of him like because like what he was saying wasn't exactly like a heel line, and it was like people like understand where he's coming from and like, okay, yeah, we get it, Randy, like you want to win championships and stuff. And I know it's a fine line because you don't want to just go him heel on the fans and say, shut up fat boy and all that stuff, but I just thought they were kind of like trying to go, it's like they were in the writers' room, like, oh my god, this is such a great idea. This is so complex and so nuanced, but just I feel like it just didn't click as a whole. And then you saw it in the crowd at the very end. He's attacking Matt Cardona, and Matt Cardona, like, you know, he is what he is, and people probably don't even realize. Like a lot of WWE fans don't know the relationship between Cardona and Rhodes, and they're kind of playing off of that. So there's whatever, and then the fans are still chanting one more time. They're still cheering Randy Orton. So clearly they're trying to get Orton as a heel, but it's not working in the live audience.
Bro, you have to remember, man, like people leading into WrestleMania 41, People were cheering John Cena. Obviously, they were booing Cody a little bit. Cody got him back. So we have to wait for Cody to get back. You know, they cheered him going in. They cheered Cena going into SummerSlam. And Cody got them back to cheer him too. So you know, this is kind of what they do, man. But you know, Cody eventually does get the fans back behind his side. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre fall off a platform. Glad to see Usos doing okay because
Yeah,
you know he made it to
nice
the
to see he's
game.
alive. He was at the Giants game, but
Got it? I mean, all gas, no brakes.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I
man.
felt very old because once again I'm at work and I work with the CM Punk line. I'm hurt. I'm old. I'm tired. And I work with children. I was talking about like hyphy and like stuff like that, and you know, hyphy is an unk term now, unfortunately.
Nah, man. Hyphy is a forever thing, man. Yeah.
I
Hey,
know.
get that, bro. Did you see Keek the Sneak is in a wheelchair now?
Yeah, he been in a wheelchair.
I know. God, I haven't seen footage of Keek the Sneak like in like well over a decade, bro. Hey, nah, but you know whatever. It's still you got it. I mean, man. Play that super hypey, man. You got to play that with them youngsters you work with, man. Because I'm super hypey. Do they know what?
All the music I've heard, we would play music all the time back. I don't think I've ever heard them play like Mac Dre or anything like that, which is a little bit of
Do they know what? Bing? Do they know what that means?
probably not.
I mean, but you know, we know
I yada what you mean.
the Mac Dr. You got to play some. I mean, obviously, you know everybody knows "Feeling Myself," but you got to play something else, man. You know,
You know, hot jalapenos.
you got to play some Too Short. You know, you not blow the whistle, but you got to play that Spank That Monkey. Hmm. Hmm?
Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about Fatu. I
Yes.
thought the segment itself was kind of corny and kind of like very corny. I think it went on way too long. I felt like they
Bro,
were fighting way too long. You're like, okay, we clearly can see what they're doing. They set up the fence like right below them, far enough away where you can't see what's going on. Like it was a
look, I
little.
mean,
It went on way too long.
the point is they fought all throughout SmackDown. This match is never making it inside the ring until WrestleMania, bro.
Cage match.
Throw a cage, Hell in a Cell, whatever you got to do, throw them in there, lock them up, and let them boys go to business, go to work.
Fatu does like some twisty dive off the top of the cage, probably
I mean,
like Big
his,
Quiche. Well,
his
Big Quiche
family.
didn't really do that. He should have
Well, no,
slid.
he Keish did the splash. Did Umaga dive off the cage too?
There's no way of knowing.
No, I think he caught a dive from Jeff Hardy off the cage. My fault. But yeah, yeah, no, Fatu he'll do something off the cage. But yeah, then Damian Priest and R-Truth are the WWE Tag Team Champions. R-Truth is the only person to win the new World Tag Team and new WWE Tag Team Championship. So congratulations to him. Triple H, I've never seen him smile like that in one of the title photos.
I mean, he probably likes R-Truth, and I think Damian Priest has clearly been kind of one of his guys for quite some time. This is gonna be like one of those trivia questions we come back to in like 5 years and be like, you remember R-Truth and Damian Priest were tag team champions, and I'm gonna just completely forget. I mean, I don't know
R-Truth,
how long this relationship will last, but this is like so random.
we missed an opportunity with Truth and Cena not being tag team champions. I'm gonna say it. We missed an opportunity. They could have had a 2 week run and it would have been fine.
But we had to get Cena the IC title because he never had it.
Well, I mean that was a magic night in Boston. The TD Garden has never seen such magic.
Very magical.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, if you look at R-Truth's tag partners, what Kofi, Miz, who he did he have titles in? Probably not. But yeah, good
Carmella.
stuff. They were never champions together.
Oh,
They
damn.
should have had mixed match tag team titles, and they should have won that. There were missed opportunities. Mixed match challenge was actually popping. It was a great Facebook show.
Great Facebook show.
Yeah. Solo Sikoa is starting to sound like Roman Reigns. Now, this is another member of the Anoa'i family who has been told they've sounded like Roman Reigns in the past like 2 or 3 weeks, and they do not like that. Jimmy told that to Jay a couple months ago, or was it Jimmy told it to Jay? Somebody told it to Jay a couple months ago. And then after the MFTs lose the tag titles, Tamatonga tells Solo, "Hey, you're starting to sound like Roman," and he did not like that. Despite Jay and Solo showing signs of the tribal chief, whenever they get compared to him, they don't like that because they remember what they had to go through and things like that. Which WWE filed a term for tribal heir like last year. Who gets that term? Who gets that moniker? Is it Is it main event Jey Uso or is it Solo Sikoa?
I don't know. I mean, Solo kind of he's the younger one, so it would make sense for him to be that guy. But Jay is clearly like on a different level than Solo is. He
Let's
seems more next up.
remember what Roman told Jimmy when Jay won that world title. He became a lot more like me than you'll ever know.
I mean, I wonder what they're doing. Clearly, we'll talk about Raw and what happened if they're maybe going back to the well. Um, but Solo and the was it the MFTs? That's what their name is, right?
Yes, come on, bro.
Sorry, there's
You
there's
put some
MJ.
respect on Tamatonga, Tangaloa, Talatonga, and JC Mateo.
Sorry, guys. If they're gonna do some sort of disruption or a breakup angle, I doubt it, but it's probably just I
Bro,
mean, how many dissension segments did we get from the Bloodline and the Judgment Day, and they technically never broke up?
I hope that's gonna be the same thing for the Melon Mafia coming up. See, man. But you know what? I think because Tamatonga told Solo to give the lantern back, bro. This is what we need to do. We do Uncle Howdy versus Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania, not the SmackDown beforehand. No, bro. Get
That's the
they've
main
been
event
actually,
anywhere in the world.
bro. They've been actually telling a story. Solo's never had a Mania match. This is what you do, and Solo beats him, and then Howdy gets the lantern back, and we're done, and we move on. That's just what we do.
I mean, I know you said not, but I definitely could see that being like a SmackDown main event. It's a WrestleMania match on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro. Like, what if there are going to be 7 matches on both nights? Then let's look. Let's really look at it, man. Who's been telling stories?
Oh, I mean, they probably are gonna have like a tag or not a tag title match, but like a championship match. Like, I wouldn't be
Bro,
shocked if it's like Julia versus whoever they're gonna do.
you throw that on SmackDown. I'm sorry. Like you throw which we got to talk about. I mean, we'll talk about Inside the Ring with AAA, which that's a whole other thing I have with like people that should be on WrestleMania and stuff. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's what it's looking like with that. I was listening to the Before the Bell podcast last week, and I think it was Chris Burns. He was jokingly like, "Hey, Meechin and BFAB should join Jade Cargill," and here we are. Meechin and BFAB are now baddies, and they have joined Jade Cargill and have attacked Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, as much as I didn't like the Randy Orton segment because it was like too nuanced, I liked this segment with Jade and Rhea because it was very basic. Rhea wants to win the title. She doesn't like Jade. Jade acts like she's better than everyone. She's arrogant. She doesn't need the championship because she's a star already. And it's just very basic by the books, but yet it is still effective. Just because it's been done before doesn't mean you have to recreate the wheel.
Yeah, bro. What's old is new, bro. It's like there are certain tactics and formulas that will always work. Like Gunther is the perfect example of this.
Where is he, by the way?
Huh?
Where's Gunther at?
Bro, where the hell is so apparently he was supposed to wrestle Ray at Mania, but Ray's hurt. And
Shocker.
There are rumors that Ray doesn't want to have a retirement match until it's with Dominic, which no respect. Yeah, I think does Gunther come out and interrupt the Hall of Fame gimmick at WrestleMania? Does Gunther eat a stunner at WrestleMania?
I mean, because I was thinking about this on Raw. I don't know what segment prompted it of like, oh yeah, where the hell has Gunther been? Because you put so much stock into him with John. It's the John Cena thing. Like you have him retire John Cena, and you're like, at this point, he doesn't have a WrestleMania match or a story at all. I don't know what kind of back fumble that is.
Yeah, but I mean, getting back to the Gunther thing I was talking about, they've done it 4 times in the company already. You built him up at NXT UK. He lost the title to Dragunov. Built him up with the IC title, lost the title at 40 to Sammy. Built him up for the world title, lost the title to Jay. And then you built him up for the world title in the same year, lost the title to Punk. It's a constant thing. Like he can be built up, and what's the biggest match Gunther's won? The John Cena and AJ Styles ones?
I mean, I'd probably say whatever
No, like no,
whatever world title he was. But I mean,
no,
it's probably John Cena. Let's be honest.
no, think about it. Like he had the IC title at WrestleMania, longest of all time. Lost to Sami Zayn. Lost the world title to Jey Uso at Mania. Then got it back and lost the world title to CM Punk at SummerSlam. Like he gets to the biggest matches he can, and because they've built him up so credibly, he can lose, and he'll bounce right back and be fine. So yeah, I mean, we'll see with that. the Irresistible Forces and the Bella Twins go at it. Bree Mode was back. I know you're happy.
Raymond.
She yelled Bree Mode and gave the Bree Mode knee, and then the yes kicks. And Bree was looking all right in there.
Well, they're
man.
not yes kicks. They're like they're just
said,
kicks.
No, no. What's Bruh's name? Oh my god, I forgot his name already. The commentator.
Adnan Verk. No, that's
Testator.
nope. It's not Adnan
Adnan
Verk.
Verk.
Sorry, I'm watching baseball right now. But remember
was
Adnan Verk? He was there for like what 2 months on Raw.
Amy Smith. Testator. He called them
Joe
yes
Testator.
kicks. He called them yes kicks. They're yes kicks.
Maybe that was just maybe him going into business for himself. Because I think Michael Cole, when she did it, they were very adamant to like not acknowledge what they were.
Well, I mean, Michael Cole. That's a different ball game. But yeah, man. Brie was looking all right in there. And then Bliss and Charlotte are at ringside, so just get a triple threat for these women's tag team titles. I'm cool with that.
I mean, we're getting the Bella Twins and Flair and Bliss on SmackDown, number one contender or kind of pseudo number one contender. I
Just
wouldn't
make
be
it a
shocked.
triple threat and be done with it, bro.
Yeah,
And is
I would
Jelly
assume
Roll's-
we're gonna get some BS finish.
Jelly Roll's about to wrestle Kit Wilson.
Yep, that's what. I mean, I
Hey,
guess
look-
that's better than a WrestleMania match.
Look, bro, it's probably gonna happen to wrestle. It's probably gonna happen to wrestle. I mean, what would you rather see, bro? Uncle Howdy and Solo, who have been telling us a story, or Kit Wilson and Jelly Roll? Hey, don't get me wrong, bro. Jelly Roll, this man has lost a tremendous amount of weight. He's really put in the work. He wasn't that
It looks
bad.
like he's having fun out there. It's not like
Yeah.
a celebrity, trying to plug something.
Yeah, like he held his own on the mic. I put my belly on your mama's back. I said, oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, Kit Wilson, he had like his little run a couple months ago. I feel like he's cooled off a little bit, but he's in a thing with Jelly Roll. It's gonna get clicks. He's Kit Wilson, love him, but he's nothing special. So this is perfectly fine for him.
Absolutely. Let's go into Inside the Ring. Starman Charles is the WWE ID champion. Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations. Defeated Cappuccino Jones, right?
Yes.
I'm locked into WWE ID.
Yes, bro. 238 days, Cappuccino Jones held that championship. I think he was the inaugural. Yeah,
It is crazy because like we've been on that Starboy Charlie thing for quite some time, and I'm like, it's been a long time. It's like, oh man, he's still like, this is like his first big break, quote unquote, with like WWE. Even though he's been in Noah, he's like done a bunch of stuff. He's still like what 23, 24.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
Shout out to Starboy Charlie, man. Somebody that is a good dude, somebody I've had the opportunity to share the ring with. Congrats, brother. I'm very, very proud of you. The War Raiders in AAA are the greatest thing in the world, bro. They're not the Viking War Raider experience down there. They are the War Raiders. They got rid of the Viking Act. They kind of look like the Aces and Eights, bro. They got their cuts on,
It's like maybe War Machine's back.
Yeah, they're just there to do business. And I love it. I'm down.
I mean, I've always thought the War Raiders were just super talented. I mean, unfortunately they're in WWE where like the tag team scene is not like put on a pedestal. Like even like in AEW, I know they have their issues too, but like at least they could go out there and like just have like really good matches.
Bro,
and War Raiders are able to do that, I think, more in AAA.
And then we look at I've heard people say Ludwig Kaiser should not take off that Grande Americano mask because down in Mexico, that man has it. He cut an impassioned promo about the people of Mexico and fighting for your rights and all this other stuff. Brother, I'm here for it. I still need the Grande Americanos to have a match versus match at WrestleMania. I still need that.
Yeah, the Grande Americano thing is such a weird dynamic because he's a heel. Kaiser's a heel in America, but yet he is such a beloved babyface down in Mexico.
It's the Brett thing, bro. A heel in the U.S., a babyface in Canada.
But then even I feel like in America, like I feel like they like the Kaiser version more than the Gable version. So it's like, but it's just how they're portraying him.
Just
have Gable lose and have him take the mask off.
Yeah, like he became a Grande to beat Penta, which we never really got there either.
Allegedly, both or Masked Man. We don't know what their true identity is.
Of course. The Boogie Woogie man, Jimmy Valiant, is going to wrestle his last match in the year of our Lord 2026. He's what 80, 82, 83 years old.
There's no way of knowing.
The Boogie Woogie man.
Jimmy Valiant is the 83 years young.
Yes, come on now, Boogie Woogie Man. Yes, yeah, and then Stephen Borden Jr. wins NJPW debut. He did it at the Academy. Um, People were criticizing the look. I'm like, that's the young boy look, right? The all black. But hey, brother,
Well, I mean, he was wearing black like jeans or pants. He wasn't wearing trunks.
yeah, I mean, but hey, that's his own take on it. I'm not mad at it. Somebody look like, oh, he looks like he worked at Applebee's. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Maybe it would have been better if he wore like, long black tights like his dad, but
But hey, bro, regardless, he looked good out there. My
yeah,
guy
I
could
mean, there's clips out there hitting like drop kicks and
throw a hell of a drop kick,
he I think he missed like the first one. The first one didn't look great, but the second one looked pretty good. I'll be honest.
bro. Hey, I'm hell yeah, I'm excited for this guy, man. I'm down. Shout
Yeah, I
out.
mean, we'll see.
And Natty and Shayna and Bloodsport.
This was just, I believe this was just announced because I saw it on Instagram.
when is
So
this? When
this
is
is
this?
Friday at the Friday WrestleMania weekend, 3 p.m. at the Horseshoe at the Collective, which is like a lot of work. The GCW WrestleCon stuff is taking place. Very excited for that. The Oasis show like that at noon, right, on Friday?
Yes. Oh yeah, but are you pulling up to Oasis on Friday?
Maybe maybe I go to Oasis, then after that catch this Bloodsport because I love Bloodsport, like watching it. I've never seen one live, and I
I
definitely
yes.
would love to see this
I wanted to go last year, bro.
because
Yeah.
I'm a big MMA fan. I like wrestling. I feel like they blend it well enough. Like the Raw Underground stuff they've done, some of it's okay. Like I think some of the NXT matches have been actually not that bad, but I think Bloodsport gets it right, and maybe I'll try to go back because I am trying to see like a decent amount of indie matches or indie shows at WrestleMania.
It's fourth rope running again.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like Horseshoe is kind of like the epicenter for
Everything.
the collective, but then like I think the Rio or something is like doing some stuff for yeah, they're just kind of like different little pockets that people are kind of stationed at, but there's definitely still stuff going on even though Las Vegas is more of a last minute thing compared to years past.
Yeah. I wonder how many people already made those uh New Orleans reservations and had to cancel. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns takes out CM Punk. Jay tells Roman, "Hey man, you know what you got to do." It was like 2021 all over again. The white T-shirt just beating the hell out of somebody. Power bombs CM Punk through the table. Punk's laughing on the ground like, I'm not the one that needs help.
I thought this was a really good segment. I thought the dynamic between both of them, or between like Punk and the Usos, was really good. And then then that leads into Roman coming out, and then kind of takes it up to the next level. And then the beatdown, and then Roman or Punk then like kind of laughing at the very end, kind of sets up what his reaction to it will be next week. And both of them will be at MSG next week, and then I think Roman takes a couple weeks off, so then Punk will probably have to, carry the load until the go home show for WrestleMania. So expect the MSG show next week to be like another big thing, whatever that will be. But I was very cautious about what they did on that first promo, that they couldn't keep it up, but I think they've kept it up. They've done quite a good, they've done good business. Quite
Rumor has it they're saving the Larry line for like the go home.
better watch out. I wonder if they're gonna do. I mean, they
That's
probably
in
didn't want to.
Sacramento. Are you going?
No, I'm got to save this money, got to save this cheddar for Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if things can happen, I'll let you know.
They say if there's a plug or anything like that.
Of course.
Hmm.
Yes. The Vision defeat the Usos via disqualification because LA Knight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Seth Rollins gets arrested. Oh my God. Now every member of the Shield has been arrested, bro.
Sad day, bad day.
Yeah. Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer, they brawl. Finn Balor helps Penta defeat Dominic Mysterio to retain their Intercontinental Championship. That music, man, it just it
Wrestle.
brought
Sorry to interrupt, but the Raw, it's the 13th, right? Is that
yeah,
the one in Sacramento?
yeah.
I didn't check my schedule because it usually comes out on Thursday. I just checked it right now. I'm not working that day.
Are you working the Friday, the SmackDown in San Jose?
Well, the 10th. Actually, no, I'm not. Look at that.
Hey, you know what, guys? Some things may happen. Are you working April 4th?
I am not.
All right. Well, I
We'll
guess
see.
we'll see you
Oh
at
no,
last.
well, April 4th I'm booked because shout out Tyler. We got a baby shower to go to.
Tyler.
Shout out
Tyler who?
Tyler Gunderson. Shout out, love you, bud. little baby on the way. So I'll be in San Ramon. Come on down. Come on down to
Oh,
San Ramon. I can't give out the
what
exact
time is
thing.
that?
It's like, mid late afternoon
Oh,
stuff.
bro, the show's at 8, bro. You're
Oh,
good.
it's at 8.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Tell Tyler to come on down. We'll have a gender. Do they know the baby's gender? We'll have a gender reveal at the show.
Shout out Austin. That's it's baby boy,
All right.
little baby boy.
No relation to Steve. Am I right?
Well, I mean, he wishes
Couple
because
couple but is that his guy?
just like me, Stone Cold Steve Austin's his boy.
So is that why the kid's name's Austin?
No, I don't. There's a reason behind it, but I don't feel like we should divulge it on this podcast.
Okay, all right, never mind. Congratulations,
Yeah.
brother, whoever you may be. Yes. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch is made official for WrestleMania, and then Obafemi lays out Brock Lesnar.
Once again, Obafemi gets the better of Brock Lesnar.
Does it? I don't think he wins though.
I feel like Brock has to get at least something on Oba before the match because then that just kind of like I'm sniffing Kizzy that he's gonna just beat up Brock Lesnar every single week and then just lay him out. Um, but yeah, I mean everything else on Raw. I mean AJ and Becky, that was okay. Once again, AJ kind of like making herself feel like very important. I'm like, okay, like we get it, girl.
I was waiting for Becky to be like, "Yeah, your last WrestleMania match, you quit the day after. Since then, I've gone on to main event WrestleMania." I was expecting Becky to call herself Mister or Mrs. WrestleMania. You
I mean, I
know?
like Becky's promo. Like it. I mean, yes, it was heelish. Like she, came across kind of like a dick. But can women be dicks? I think they can be, especially the man. She's the man. She can be a dick. Um,
Okay, all right.
but Beck. I thought because like Becky was like very adamant. Like, okay, yeah, you were like I forget what her exact word was. Like, okay, yeah, you elevated the Divas division. I killed it. I thought that was just such a great line.
Yeah, that woman's triple threat at 32 killed. A year later, it killed the Divas division. Yeah, she was in the match that killed it.
Yeah.
Love to see it. AEW happened. So we're Omega beats Swerve, and then the MJF promo. Um, yeah. So this is where we're going with Dynasty, huh?
Yeah, so they did the number one contender versus EVP thing, which I thought was always a strange thing to begin with because Kenny was never like he was never an EVP. Like he never really flexed his power outside of like, the thing they were doing with the Young Bucks back in the day, but I don't like them using the EVP thing on television. I think it's so dumb. And then if Swerve were to win, like what does that mean? We're gonna get like the Young Bucks thing all over again. So not saying it forecasted that Omega was gonna win, but I'm happy that he won just because we don't have any EVP shenanigans going on. And really good match, like you'd expect. Omega wins clean. And then yeah, later on in the show, MJF comes out, cuts a promo, yada yada yada, says that he beat Hangman Page with the greatest of ease, which heel line because obviously he didn't. And then Omega comes out, he cuts a promo, talks about how if MJF's like the devil, then that means he has to offset it because he's the god. It was a fine Kenny Omega promo. Let's be honest, Kenny's not gonna go out there and cut a 20-minute classic. He's out there to wrestle and have fantastic matches. It was good. Dynasty is taking shape because they've basically set up all like the top 5 matches. So what's happening on Dynasty, and this will be the main event.
Interesting thing talking about promos and stuff. I saw Bret Hart kind of break down certain things like he breaks down like the overall thing into like 3 things. Like your work, like your in ring, your promos, and then like your look. So, what out of 10, what would you rate Kenny's in ring?
Currently, Kenny Omega 2026, probably a 9.
Okay, promo out of 10.
Probably like a 4 or 5.
Oh, you're being generous.
I
Uh,
am being generous. I
then
think it's average.
all right, then his look.
Well, he's gotten better. Well, look, there's like different looks. I think his in-ring look is probably like a 7 or an 8. Like I think
But you know,
he's gotten much better shape. But if Kenny
no,
does,
so
but Kenny's like look outside the ring when he's like doing promos and stuff is like a 3. He like dresses like he just got out of bed. He's like just got back from the gym. He doesn't dress like a star.
So I mean, basically, I put it to you like if you look at the immortal one, uh, his look, people would say it was a 10 out of 10 given the time. His promos probably like a 9 out of 10, given everything he did. And then his in-ring is probably like a 3 or something. So, that's basically how you have to look at it.
It's all, it's all subjective. And,
It is all subjective.
in this day and age, clearly, well, AEW in-ring matters more. In WWE, maybe, look matters more. And, the mic work.
The
In-ring doesn't.
presentation.
The presentation, yeah.
The
So,
presentation should matter wherever you are, the big leagues or the indies, etc. Presentation should always matter.
yeah. So, I mean, I would suspect Omega to lose. I think MJF's going to hold this all the way up until All In, where he eventually loses to Will Ospreay. But in the meantime, Ospreay challenged Moxley. I thought his promo was very good. I think Ospreay once again. The one thing I don't like about his promos, I like the intensity, but he always kind of caps it as like the punchline being like a curse word, which I'm not the cleanest of mouth in the world, but I feel like there's a time and place to cuss, and I feel like he does it too much on
Brandon,
television.
have you ever crashed out and cussed somebody out?
No, I feel like I'm very like even keel like that. Like
You're
I
very
might
level headed.
I might talk some shit behind your back, but I'm not gonna like yell at you and
Oh damn!
do like yeah like that stuff.
I'll talk shit behind your back and yell at you. Then come on, man.
I just be like, all right, buddy, it's fine. Come on, let's settle down. But Moxley, Osprey cut a promo, challenged Moxley. Moxley then had a match, and he accepted the challenge. So we're gonna get Moxley and Osprey. Very weird dynamic with Moxley right now. I thought they were turning him post All In or
When he's
whenever
not a
like
baby,
or post Continental Classic. I thought they were doing the turn that way. Not really. I mean, he's kind of like more straight. He's not like either heel or face. He's just kind of like there, to be honest. But in this one, he almost killed Osprey, tried to break his neck. So clearly he kind of has to be more heelish, but he's not that heelish in his promos and stuff. He's just kind of like, all right, yeah, you want to fight? We can have a fight. And but then all of his other minions on the Death Riders are clearly heels. So
all of his other minions on
I
the
don't know what's going on there. Shout out Marina Shafir. We just talked about her left John Moxley hanging. That was funny.
damn.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. Cajun Cope promo. Copeland, man, he's still got that mic work, man.
Yeah, shout out. They start off with Christian kind of cutting his like very lackadaisical, funny but very serious promo, and then they capped it off with Copeland, screaming, not well, kind of screaming, but just very intense into the microphone and yells and cuts a promo on FTR. I thought it was good stuff, builds intensity. Then FTR comes out after that. They cut a promo, and I thought it was a little good kind of flow of segments because they cut the promo on Cage and Cope, and then Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong come in. They kind of bump them. They do like a little interaction with them, and then that leads into the next match. Which I mean, the match itself was fine. The dogs beat them, I believe. I already forgot. AEW Women's Title. Tekla defeats Mina Shirakawa. Shirakawa's little mini push kind of ended here, I guess. I don't know. It was fine. I do wonder what's next for Tekla. We talked about Mercedes Moné. She's been very mysterious with her absence recently. I don't know if she's coming back sooner rather than later. I think a Tekla Mercedes Moné feud with Mercedes beating Tekla would be money, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And the main event was Darby Allin defeating Roosh. What you'd expect, Roosh kind of just beat the piss out of Darby for most of the match, but then Darby wins with a roll up. Then at the end, they did a little segment, beatdown from the Don Callis family on to Darby. Andrade was very reluctant, but because MJF paid off the Don Callis family, they were beating down Darby. So we'll probably get a Darby Andrade match at Dynasty. That probably leads to some sort of a turn of Andrade, whether that's going to be at the show itself or the night after the Dynamite after. But good show from Dynamite as they have. They've been very kind of steady, putting on good shows. Really good wrestling, especially early on with Omega and Swerve. So. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I think Collision is just a standard episode of Collision this week because last week they had the two kind of random shows after the NCAA tournament. But yeah, what Dynasty is actually before WrestleMania, so Dynasty is 2 weeks away, I believe, on the 12th. So there you go. And back to Philip.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it This Saturday, Raven Wrestling is happening at the Midway in San Francisco. Shout out to the people over at Stoner U. They put on the wrestling portion. Journey Fatu will be in attendance. This is going down at 9 p.m. all the way up until like 2 a.m. So you don't want to miss it. I'm gonna be in there, getting groovy, doing all this stuff. The hands over the eyes. I'm gonna be. You ever seen? Have you seen White Chicks? Yep. Latrell
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit the part. I thought you hit the party boy.
with the glow sticks. Latrell with the glow sticks, man. I'm about to be doing that.
Where's Latrell?
I'm about to hit the Jeff Hardy. Bro, they say White Chicks 2 is getting made. I'm excited. Bro, are we going to see Scary Movie together?
I've only seen like Scary Movie 3.
Bro, Scary Movie 6 is about to be the one.
And shout out Scary Movie 5. I remember for whatever reason.
Why did you watch that?
Well, no, I didn't watch it, but it was a bit where my whatever the class was called, like journalism law professor, his son wrote Scary Movie 5, and it was like a running bit that movie is god awful. Like the entire year. It was literally a question I think on our final, like kind of like one of those bonus gimmick questions, like just give you a free point. It was like, what movie did my son write that is like the worst thing in cinematic history?
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen worse than Scary Movie 5.
Well, I don't know if he's watching too many movies.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But all right, guys, thank you so much. We will be back next week to keep it going with the World of Professional Wrestling. Be safe and stay dangerous. Hey, yes, sir.